Hey guys, Mars here, bringing our Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are going to continue on with the showcases for the 50% support units with their EZAs coming out on JP in the next week or so. Obviously, as these start to go up, there'll be less days, but these have been mostly recorded the day after all the data came out. So we're going to do second form Cell, who is the Extreme Tech support. Now, I mentioned this in all the videos. I'll try and give it a quick run through in case this is the first of the showcases that you happen to have come to. But for all of these 50% support units after their EZA, they all do the same thing. So if I say Tech, obviously replace that for the typing of the unit. If I say Extreme Tech, it's going to be Super if it's one of the Super class, right? So basically, Cell will be giving all Tech types 1 key and 3 key and 10% attack and defense, Extreme or Super, and then gives Extreme Tech 50%. So that means Extreme Tech units get 60% and 3 key, which is very, very good. Changes orbs to Tech, gets 50% attack and defense per orb obtained. If it's a Tech orb, gets an extra 20% as well as 10% crit chance, so 70% per orb. If you have extreme allies on the team, he will get the thing where if you drop below 50% HP, once only changes the whole orb field to Tech. And then if you have other Tech units on the team, you need to have 3 other Tech units. He has Guard for the first 4 turns. All of them do that. The only major difference is, of course, the character choice, so the links and the categories will be different. And then the super attack effect. And second form Cell has greatly raised defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and then greatly lowers attack and defense. So obviously, greatly raising defense for 1 turn is a very good super attack effect. And then any events where you can lower attack, that's obviously going to be pretty good as well. So we're running him on the ZAMASU team. I want to try and use these 50% with a team when not only they get the 200% lead, but if possible, they're actually able to, you know, support that unit or support some other really big, powerful unit on the team. So this guy being Extreme Tech support and being on ZAMASU's 200% lead is pretty wild, right? Because he's going to be giving all of that support to these very, very powerful units. So start of turn with his links with the AGL Cell, he's at 120k defense. We have Big Bad Bosses, Wall Standing Tall, Messenger from the Future, and Nightmare. So unfortunately, no actual Fusion Zamasu on turn 1. Like I could, if I wanted, I guess I could like drop some more orbs down so that he can get some extra orbs here potentially. But I guess then this Cell won't be supering in slot 1. We'll just go ahead and do this, right? So we can only get 4 orbs, 3 of them are Tech, but that puts him up to 317k. Now, I think we've talked about in a lot of these showcases so far about the fact that in some of the difficult content that's available at the moment, these guys could be really, really good with the fact that they get their guard at the, for 4 turns, because these newer difficult stages, especially, you know, like the Dismal Future Red Zone, they hit incredibly hard straight away from turn 1. So having guard is very, very good. Like 300 odd K. Remember, post super as well, he's greatly raising defense. And we did a double super on that turn, right? So he is potentially going to be close to 500k defense, maybe slightly over, with guard. Which means that post getting those 2 super attacks, he just tanks all normals in the game on those first couple of turns because of guard, right? Even from an int boss, that's going to be very, very good. So I actually didn't realize up until now, I guess because the units are a little bit outdated and we haven't used them on teams for a while, but the fact that all of the Cell units are on the 200% leader skill for ZAMASU. So we got the int LR on here to get a little bit of extra backup. Can't get great orbs for Fu here, which is unfortunate. Nah, we can get... I mean, I guess actually it doesn't really matter, does it? Because ZAMASU's going to kill him. I was going to say, we don't even have to really worry about saving Tech orbs for Cell, because this first Fusion Zamasu will absolutely kill Frieza here, especially getting hit twice beforehand. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay. Now, just imagine what this guy's going to do on a rotation where, like, again, these are showcase settings, so we're keeping the 50% support unit on rotation, but realistically, you're going to be floating them off. And that's one of the reasons why them having guard for 4 turns is really, really good, because they'll have it on that first turn that they're on, then you float them off in slot 3, they don't come back for another 3 turns, but then on that turn they come back, they'll still have guard for that turn. So that is actually really, really good. But like, you imagine a rotation on this team where we've got, you know, say Fusion ZAMASU in slot 1, LR Fusion ZAMASU, and then it doesn't even have to be a tech unit, but a unit that gives him a ton of links, like the Int LR Rose or anything, and even the tech LR ZAMASU and Goku Black that are on this team who will be getting the support. Imagine LR ZAMASU with a decent amount of links active, and then this guy's just giving him 60% support. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Obviously defense is going to be the same. We've got the same link partner here. We don't pick up any extra links from him going second form, do we? Oh yeah, he gets Brutal Beatdown as well, so that's good. Alright, so we can get 10 orbs here, 8 of which are tech. So that puts him up to 619k defense with guard. That's pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this. I mean, this is a pretty strong turn. LR Cell getting super attacked by the AoE here would be pretty awkward, but 11 million. We still get the greatly raised defense on super. Plus, remember, all of those orbs give him the tech chance. The tech orbs give him crit chance as well. So, did we get 8 orbs? So it was like 80% chance to crit. So, obviously he did. Yeah, these guys are all really, really impressive. And it comes down to, as we've been going through these showcases, it really does come down to who is the character. Like, what teams are they on? What links do they have? And where do they fit in? Because, like, this guy, even if you're not running other cell units, he has big bad bosses, which is a huge benefit to this team, right? Because you want to throw on units that have big bad bosses, as well as units that are going to be supporting or fitting well, or just, you know, some extreme teams are in a tricky spot, right? And Fusion ZAMASU's team, whilst being very good, and you can beat all the events with it, it definitely needs a bit more help. So any good, like, units we can get that can go on this team and provide that little bit extra are always going to be welcome. And so having this cell, who not only has big bad bosses, but is supporting Merge ZAMASU directly, 60% is such a lot. Like, you think about a turn 1 where this guy gets hit maybe 3 or 4 times in the first slot to build up some of that attack, with a decent link partner, and then a unit in slot 3 giving him 60% support. Like, the amount of damage that he's going to do will be ridiculous. Because eventually we will get this cell floated off once we've got the rotation. I think this will probably be the rotation that I want to have now, because then we'll get to see Cell without as many links active and see if he's still able to do well. Because here we're not going to have guard. So depending on how the orb field looks, if he gets supered here, that's going to be really awkward. But this is a good rotation. So with ZAMASU, he's only going to share big bad bosses and Nightmare. But that's still pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't not get some of the tech orbs unless I just ignore those ones completely, which I will, because obviously we want to try and give Cell as much gas here as we can. So with this setup, 4 links again, so he's going to be at the you know, same defense, 120k, but we can grab 10 orbs here again, and 7 of them are tech. So that is putting us up to 600k. Now, the 50% that he gets on super from the greatly raised defense for 1 turn, I believe, and people who do the calcs, you know, better can let me know for sure, but greatly raise your defense, it's based on the defense you had at the start of the turn, not this defense after we've picked up the orbs. So the 50% is only going to be about 60k. So that puts him up to 660. But then if he supers again, we go up to like 720. So he doesn't even really need guard here. Like, if this Freezer super attacks him, we will take damage. Like, we're not going to take double-digit damage, but we shouldn't die, especially considering we have 670k HP. So should be looking pretty good. Now, this ZAMASU getting hit a few times as well, getting his passive built up here. We should get a rotation coming up soon, which will be the kind of thing I'm talking about as a more realistic rotation on this team if you were going to run Cell as a support unit. So we're going to see him get supered. So how much is he taking? 660k defense here, no guard. Oh, well, he just takes double-digit damage anyway, because I guess this Freezer not as tough. If this was, if we were still on Int Fusion ZAMASU, which is unlikely considering it's, what, turn 5? So yeah, we're not going to be on Int ZAMASU still. But if we were, and we got super attacked in that spot, we're definitely taking more damage than that. But we probably live, because, well, 660k. Actually, no, he hits over a mil. Yeah, maybe not. But even so, post picking up the orbs, we would tank the AoE as well, which is quite good. So let's get... I suppose to get the rotation I kind of really want to see. I need to float off Zamasu and Rose. So let's do that. Give you this. Give you guys these. And then we can grab these for you. Because, yeah, I want to see the rotation of if we put Merge Zamasu in slot 1, LR, Rose, and Zamasu in slot 2, and then have Cell in slot 3. We'll do that as like the final turn of the showcase, because obviously then Cell will be getting floated off. But that's the kind of rotation you'd actually be running for the team. And then, yeah, they're both getting the 60% support. Obviously going to be very, very powerful for them. So we've got Fu on this rotation. Now, having double orb changes can always be a little bit awkward. Because, yeah, now we have no STR orbs for Fu, which is not ideal. But so we can go ahead and do this. And then we do this. We've got 7 orbs, 5 of which are tech. Which puts us to 483. Yeah, it's going to be awkward here. Damn, Fu only getting the 1 rainbow, so he's only getting 10% like buff and 10% dodge here. Could be a bit sketchy. Especially because this Frieza can double super. But there's 16 mil from Zamasu. Bearing in mind, again, he only gets 2 links from Cell. So, of course, this would be the turn where we just get 1 additional normal attack. But 6.6 from second form Cell. There's the crit again. Getting that extra crit chance off of the orbs is just so good for these guys as well. Like all of these guys, if they have a super attack effect that raises defense in any way, just give them a load of additional and then the rest dodge. And if their super attack doesn't give them any extra defense, just give them all dodge. And then these guys are still going to be critting fairly regularly if you're picking up their type orbs. So they're still going to be really good, right? Fortunately, Fu not getting supered here, so he's all good. Let's put... Yeah, no, we'll float off. We'll keep the LR on the rotation, why not? So... Oh yeah, we're just going to kill him this turn, aren't we? I was trying to think about best way to like save orbs or something, but there's no way... there's no way Frieza lives this turn. I mean, look at this rotation. I mean, Zamasu's going to have big bad bosses, fierce battle, and legendary power at the very least. They might even share another link. And then we've got, even if he doesn't finish him off here, we've got in LR Cell. It's kind of nice to see in LR Cell making a little bit of a comeback, because he's still a really good unit. He's one of the better units to run on Hirudegan's team. And like I said, I kind of completely forgot that he's on the 200% for this team, which is kind of crazy. So, yeah, we could go ahead and do this. Now, the interesting thing is, if we... I really just want to see what Zamasu does. Because I was going to say, if we transform into Sky Zamasu, then we're obviously not going to take any damage, but we won't get anywhere near the as crazy attack stats. Also, we didn't really get any build-up with LR, Rose, and Zamasu. So, a little bit of an awkward setup for them here. The problem with Fusion Zamasu having such a low start of turn defense is if he gets super attacked by full power Frieza here in slot 1, I think we do actually die, unironically. So let's transform into Sky Zamasu. Obviously no one, you know, Frieza's not going to take extra damage here. That orb change though is not quite what I wanted, was it? I forgot he changes orbs to tech as well. Well, you know what we could do then? What are we going to get here? 18 orbs and 3 of them of rainbow. So 15 tech orbs. So what links do you have after you've transformed? It's still just Big Bad Bosses and Nightmare. Do you get any extra links from you? No. Alright, well, let's do that then. 18 orbs. And that gives us 1 million defense in slot 1. Okay, that's good. I think we might actually still... Although, doesn't this give him extra orbs as well when we pick up tech orbs with Zamasu? Yeah, 107. So I'm pretty sure he would eat a super in slot 1 here. If he gets to super first, then yeah, we should be all good. Get the extra 50% defense. 14 million. So yeah, pretty good. 9.3 million damage crit. There's the additional super as well. So that's another greatly raised defense. So he's at what, like 1.12 million or something? So full power Frieza. His super does hit pretty hard. But we still do actually just take double digit damage. That's crazy. So yeah, Tech Cell, very, very good for this team. I could definitely see a build for the Fusion Zamasu team where you just run this guy in slot 3. The two Zamasus, of course, the two leaders getting the biggest benefit from this buff. And then, yeah, depending on the typing of the enemy, you just bring another unit for the rotation who works well with Zamasu and has big bad bosses. They don't even necessarily need to be extreme tech, and then this would still be very, very strong, right? Cell will be juicing up Zamasu. As long as the unit in slot 2 has big bad bosses, he at least has big bad bosses active, gets to super before being attacked. I guess the only problem with all of these guys when it comes to their support being based on picking up orbs is if you are using them as third slot flowing units, then obviously the issue is going to be if you struggle to actually pick up like the type orbs with them. So, also we're getting really unlucky here again with the Fu orbs, but I mean, as long as he doesn't immediately super, Cell is going to go ahead and finish him off with the Dokkan attack here. But yeah, let me know what you think about the tech second form Cell. I think he is definitely very, very strong. Being extreme tech is a good pick for him. He at least has one of the good super attack effects with the greatly raised defense. And of course, being a second form Cell, he's not a character that has a ton of competition on teams. I know he can run same name units now, but obviously they can't link. I say now as if they didn't make that update ages ago. But yeah, he's not in competition for anyone on teams because of the same name. So yeah, I think he is definitely very, very good. And this Zamasu team is an awesome place to run him with that support. Because I still love Tech Mode Zamasu. I think he's becoming underrated. I guess because his team's not the best, but as a unit, he is just such an absolute monster. And so, yeah, having this guy around to really like juice him up, I think is super good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.